Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Strategic Command World at War as the Allies against the Axis. It is early 1940s, so you know what that means. Germany is probably going to launch the attack on the Low Countries, so on the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg over here, and drive into France. We have prepared as well as we can for that, but I think very soon we are going to see that happen. On the other end of the world, Japan is being thrown back a little bit against the shores of China as our Chinese nationalist forces are advancing against them. So we'll see how that plays out and whether they may be able to stem the tide and launch an attack against us. But as you can see, we've launched a raid by our ground forces against their aircraft bases and against some of their headquarter units. So that should drain their resources at least a very little bit. And of course we are continuously building up our forces. So I think there's a nice momentum going on for us in China. But of course the crucial question will be Europe. So let's in the end turn button. Let's see whether we get any decisions and see what's going to happen in the Axis turn. So yeah, let's go ahead. Paul Renier becomes Prime Minister as Finland defeats triggers the fall. Okay, that's probably going to be bad for the morale. Gracie Fields visits the British Expeditionary Forces. That's nice, I guess. USA has developed some logistics level. That's very good and very important. Specifically because as the US is building up its military power, it will slowly drift towards the Allies. Of course, it's currently not in the war yet in 1914, as you'll very well know. But in order to transport troops from North America to Europe or within Asia, you'll probably need the logistics category, and just advancing that is extremely helpful. That was the breakdown of our income. Not much to see except that we are continuously building up Singapore in an effort as the UK to strengthen that against future Japanese attack. And here we go. Germany declares war on the Netherlands. Probably going to declare war on Belgium as well. On Luxembourg and on Belgium, I guess. And then we're going to see the advance of all of these German forces on the poor Low Countries. So yeah, let's try to zoom in a little bit. Let's try to see what's happening over here. Japan reinforcing mainly its units. Probably gonna launch some attacks. German submarine going back to the North Sea. Probably because it was at least a little bit mauled by our forces. But yeah, probably now the German attack. Yeah, there we go. First bombers. Ooh. Our fighters are taking a beating over there. And again our fighters are not holding up to the German advances in tactical bombers. Japanese bombings not that helpful. They really don't want to lose these fighters. They've been beat up extremely badly. They were at a 10, now they're at a 2. Japanese carriers are starting to come into play and attack our ground units. Luxembourg is falling. German forces are advancing deep into Belgium over there, cutting across. German tanks are pushing into the Low Countries. Yeah, and gaining national morale bonuses as they go ahead. Brussels is close to falling. Ooh, and we are seeing some significant losses over here in China as well. Yeah, and Brussels is falling, so that does mean Belgium is very, very close to surrendering. I mean, it's fully occupied already. Japan really making life difficult for us as well. Oh my, oh my. Extremely high national morale bonuses for the Axis over there, specifically for Germany. Yeah, no real advancement down there. That's good, at least some failed attacks, I would say. Yeah, this army is just taking such a beating. Alright, so that's not good. 2 countries are falling. That's probably gonna hamper French morale further. France during the time was a very split country. Both the communists and of course the nationalists were arguing against the war and sort of driving national morale very low. Sorry that I'm talking across all of these sounds. I think I'll just simply turn them off entirely. But yeah, so in a way that might be a little bit comparable to today, as France of course is very split between Belgium surrenders, Germany getting more points, Luxembourg few points, and Belgium, Netherlands, sorry. Yeah, Germany is just wasting us. Belgian Congo is though preparing for war, and that's nice to see. They're joining us. Germany also moving into Denmark and potentially into Norway. Yeah, there we go. That is driving the US a little bit closer to us, so that's very nice to see. We are occupying the Faroe Islands. And I would guess Iceland as well. Refugees block supplies. Norwegian forces damage the rail network as they retire into the hinterland. Interesting. Demonstration against the Iceland. Some things are happening. Fall of Belgium. Yeah, French morale is plummeting. German invasion force is seeing some difficulties. Germany capturing Emmenamel, Norway. Yeah, so I think honestly early 1914 is where this war actually ballooned into what we today would of course call a world war. With not just fighting between just all of these forces destroyed, all of the low forces sunk and destroyed. Here we go. So, given the situation on the continent and the need to maintain, it is strongly urged that we improve the forces that we have to defend the UK. There are tens of thousands of enthusiastic local defense. With a little investment we could turn them, so we could spend 35 MPs to improve their home guards training and equipment. I'm not sure what that means in game terms, so let's look at that. It's called Dad's Army, yes we know. In the event of an invasion, home guard units can deploy at London, Birmingham, Manchester. So yes, it will also boost national morale for the British, so yeah, let's definitely do that. We are seeing some forces come online. Definitely not going to be enough to stem the tide over here, so yeah, I'm really concerned just how quickly the Germans blitz through that area. And at the same time, of course, occupied Norway, so that is very discerning for us. So let's see what we can do about that. I think we can start with the situation over here. So how are things looking for France? We can look at the reports actually. The graphs section, we should see national morale. For the French, it's now at 60%. That's extremely bad. Probably the Germans are at the height of their morale, so they're even above 100%. UK is looking fine, France really badly, of course. All the other nations, Poland did fall, they are now in exile, which does mean they recovered a little bit. China has recovered nicely, and I think Japan has in turn fallen a little bit. Yeah, so what are we going to do over here? We could try to attack over here. This front is somewhat entrenched though, so I don't want to really move out over here. We could move into this area, deny the Germans a little bit of supply, but then again, what would really be the point? I mean, we could attack the headquarters, which would be nice. Our engineers over here. Why are you not able to? Well, let's at least reinforce you. It's going to cost you some XP. We do have some money to do so, so I think that's fine. Yeah, we lose even against the paratroopers. And lose quite badly at that, so from the French side I don't think there's much that we can or should do, except maybe move up that army. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's move you up over here and think about attacking the Germans. Oh, and by the way, here we do see all of the German fighters. Yeah, let's attack the German headquarters. Can we pull you back? No, we cannot. But still, I think that's a good trade. It's also going to reduce their supply a little bit. In terms of bombing, all of that would simply, I guess, cost us points. So, ooh, we can upgrade these fighters. Let's do so. I think that's the better choice than to reinforce them. Other than that, we can move up some of these corps and all of that. There's not a lot of point doing that, I guess. For the British, we could move these guys up. Could attack these tanks. Tanks are, I guess, better at defending than... no, they're better at attacking than defending, so might be a good choice to actually attack them. Oh, our bombers here can't attack because they are in the rain. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. We could move these guys up. You are entrenched currently. Could also move the French army up. Let's actually do that. I think that's fine. Yeah, but there's not much that we can do to attack over here actually. So... I mean, this attack would leave us a little bit exposed, and it's not necessarily a favorable trade. But you know what? You can only be attacked from one direction, so let's do that. Even worse than expected. Not a good attack over there either, so yeah, let's keep you over here. By the way, could we embark you? I don't think we could. Yeah, still that seems to be alright. Our forces down here. Let's move you up to Nancy. Let's reinforce these guys. Everyone else is reinforced to their max on the French side. Except these guys down here. Guess we can reinforce you as well in case the Italians attack. So yeah, everything else seems to be fine on the continent, at least as fine as it probably can be. Could attack Bremen, could attack these supply lines. Might not be the worst idea. All of this is raining though. If it wasn't raining over here, I guess we could neatly cut into their supply. But since it is, we shouldn't really do that. So let's reinforce these fighters to the maximum, and I think that should be alright. Good, so I think that settles things on the continent. Over here I'm gonna try to explore, find some German forces. If they are anywhere to be found. Otherwise we are simply gonna continue to disrupt their supplies over here. And then we did see a destroyer coming into this area. Can we upgrade that battleship? Yes, we can, with better weaponry. I think that's something that we did earlier. But I do want to find the submarine. I thought it must be there. How many more actions do we have? 6. So I guess we can move 2 further and then come back into space. And the next turn we can reinforce over there, and that should be lovely and fine. These destroyers up here, you are fine. Let's try to bring you up over here and find some Germans. No luck whatsoever. The heavy cruiser, yeah, nothing either. At least we can be fairly sure that they are not over here. Let's bring up these destroyers over here because I still think there must be a submarine over here, and if we can spot that at some point, that would be lovely. I guess the Canadians can sail home and potentially reinforce over there, and these light cruisers sort of continue their patrol pattern. Destroyers. I don't think there's anything to be found over here, but still. Let's let's make sure our supply lines keep open. That can bring the carrier home for a second over there. Right, and that does leave us with these units. I guess we can upgrade the battle cruiser. Let's give the battle cruiser better weaponry, and the battleship. We can give better weaponry and better anti-aircraft defenses. Yes, it is expensive, but these are the ships that are protecting our homes. So I think it's very important to keep them around. Good, everything over here seems to be fine then. We are still looking for German heavy cruiser somewhere down in the South Atlantic. Even though I'm not sure... Oh, that was a mistake. Even though I'm not sure whether there's anyone in fact over here. But yeah. No one. Really no one. Right, that's fine then. Okay, I do think we have the ability to probably reinforce you guys. And move this corps up a little. Because in fact, I think we do have the new units for the UK, the first garrison in Egypt, which we are going to deploy to Cairo. And that's fine. Good. So that does bolster our defenses over here a little bit. I think you should also be reinforced. That does give you a little bit more room to be upgraded later on. And these guys can come up over here. And position yourselves against that front. That should be fine. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, I think in the new units category we also had a French unit. Yeah, another headquarter actually. So let's deploy you over here. American destroyers, I guess we can put them on the west coast. It's not something that we do really need to do. And oh yeah, the LA class, or the LA carrier, we can put up there, and the Chinese corps. We need to deal with that right now. So firstly, let's make sure we've got everything covered. UK spending amounts of money. The French still have a lot of points over here, but I don't know whether it makes sense to spend them very aggressively on anything really. The Americans, on the other hand, do certainly have the ability to spend more. They're doing that much on intel. Let's spend a little bit on production technology. I think that's a good idea. And that does it for the UK. The Soviets don't have that much money. Neither do the Indians. So yeah. China it is. Southern front, everything seems to be stable. We could attack, but that does seem to be a little bit pointless. Except on the headquarter, because that is a favorable trade. And then over here? Yeah, well, I guess we can. So you are dug in, right? Yes, you are. So let's soften you up a little bit. Ah, damn it, we are losing some. Yeah, slowly pushing into here. Your supply is very low. You can, on the other hand, advance in that general direction towards that supply line, and that will help you out. Over here you did take a beating, so let's reinforce these guys. Could attack over here, but again, no point really doing that. Could advance into there and just screw up their supply lines, but again, it doesn't seem to be really helpful. Should always keep on upgrading our, updating our fighters. None of these attacks are favorable. We'd be losing all the time. And this army over here, we could pull it off and try to attack these bombers with something else. Well, mainly the engineers. Engineers are the only unit that can get in there. Yeah, but I do think we need to simply reinforce you. It's gonna be expensive. But yeah, we need to do that. And we do have the chance to destroy their headquarter units over here, which again is going to decrease their supplies. So yeah, that's lovely. Also giving us a big supply boost over there. Lovely to see. The engineers, I guess you can be reinforced. Yeah, and that does, yeah, I mean, that was a very nice result. We did manage to destroy one headquarter unit there entirely. Up in the north, this corps did take a severe beating. So I'm somewhat inclined to pull it back, actually, because I do want to keep up the pressure on the garrison unit. Could attack over here. Keep on pushing. Yeah, this is kind of difficult though. Could swing the army over here and then attack the garrison a little bit more in force. If I pull you back, I mean, I could just reinforce you. And then what? No. Let's bring you back. Push you forward. And attack without any point over here? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, let's bring you up a little bit back as well. And then you should simply be reinforced. You can't move up over there? You can't either. Okay, I'm gonna bring you over here so you can jump in to there when required. And you can simply continue attack over there. That's again much better than expected, so that is nice to see. Yeah, all of the other attacks up here don't seem to be doing that much for us. So I don't think that's something that we need to do. We do have some money left, so we could think about spending more on research. I mean, this is fine, this is fine. Logistics, command and control would really be useful for China as well. Let's do that. Let's spend a little bit on that so we can use our headquarters a little bit more efficiently in the future. Yeah, everyone over here seems to be doing fine, so yeah, I think we can be really happy. Is there something that we do want to purchase with China? I don't think there's anything that we lost that we could rebuild. No. I would like to get more airplanes, but that's fine. But we can deploy a new corps type unit. Where would we want that? I mean, down here the lines feel a little bit stretched. Are we too thinly spread over here? I would like to circle these guys a little bit when there is a chance, so that we keep on pushing against these air units. On the other hand, down here it really seems like we could be doing a lot of damage as well. Specifically if we may be moving from here towards over there as well. But on the other hand, up here as well, so many good choices actually. A little bit spoiled for China over here. Let's keep you over there and then cycle you in there, and that should be alright. Good. So, the attack on France has begun. China is in a very fierce, locked into a very fierce fight actually. We'll have to see about Italy. US of A is actually doing pretty good, 38% mobilization, so it's lovely to see. I would like to bring that up a little bit more even. And then up here in France, we only did one spoiling attack, only one counter attack. I mean, we are being a little bit passive over here, but that is the French way. I mean, it's simply because they have so many units that they do need to cover. Do we want to move up our AA guns a little bit? They're currently defending these two units. Maybe we want to bring that up a little bit towards over here so that these engineers can be a bit better defended. I think that might be a good idea. Defending the engineers instead of the Mets brigade over there. Oh, we can't reinforce you? Sure, too bad. You 4? Really? Just 4? You're auto-assisting, okay. Just these 4, really. Can't pick you. Could pick this course. 4. Oh no, it's 5 actually. Let's detach these guys. And I don't think we can attach these guys. And you, properties, expert mode, auto assist. Yeah, you'll need to move up a little bit so that you can actually cover these guys. But until then, I think it's a good place to put in cuts. So it seems to be one turn per episode, but therefore the episodes are a little bit shorter. And of course these are busy episodes as the Germans are rolling through Europe. So I guess it's going to accelerate a little bit after that, but we'll have to see a little bit. Right, something that we also might want to consider is doing some raids on Norway and potentially freeing up Norway in the, I guess, a little bit more distant future, but nevertheless, wouldn't that be sexy? So yeah, until then, I think this is a very good place to put in a cut. Oh, wait a minute, let's actually bring up our battleships over here a little bit towards the front. What? Bring you up towards the front. We could bombard, I guess, the port over here. But let's not do that. Let's not overexpose expose ourselves. Right. I think that settles it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.